Corey, you said modern dating is tough because there are way too many options and platforms available. I live in Los Angeles, and it is one of the toughest cities to date in. It seems like every guy is constantly out looking for the next best thing. Ooh, voice crack. But aren't you too, kind of? Because you said...
I'm not even looking for anybody right now. Like,
That's
I'm not
what
even
they say.
speaking to anybody like the past year, so.
The past year?
Say. Yeah.
How long you been dick celibate?
How long have I what?
Dick celibate.
For a year.
Really?
Yeah.
In Earth years?
But you said you want a monogamous relationship.
I would like a monogamous relationship, but I'm not actively I'm not searching for the right guy, right? Like, I feel like if you go out looking for a relationship, you're not gonna find it. I feel like it just has to organically happen.
Do you think that you actually like men, though?
I love men, yeah.
Do you think you love men? Because one thing, and I might be the only one that kind of picked up on this, when you had said that, like, oh yeah, this guy has BO. Now, granted, that's less than ideal. Sometimes guys have BO, right? I remember one time I finished a boxing match. I was covered in sweat. My old lady was right there, and she was like, oh, and she wanted to hug me. I was like, nah, stay back. I was disgusted because she's completely dry. I'm covered in sweat. I'm disgusted. And she was like, no, I don't care. And of course, I probably had BO as well, right? And she just hugs me with all this sweat. And I was like, God, you're a fucking gross. In my head, I was like, you're nasty.
But you're free.
But that's the kind of woman that men like, love, and cherish, because like for her, it doesn't matter if I'm covered in sweat because it's me. But if it was Brian covered in sweat or someone else, it'd be like, oh, that's disgusting.
Well, and
but
again,
it's
I
your
feel like
sweat.
it just wasn't the right guy, right? Because I've been around, I've dated guys that have had BO, and it's for instance, it's never bothered me, but just that situation in particular, I was just so icked out or grossed.
So it wasn't the BO.
I was like, oh, it was multiple things. It was bad breath, his BO, or just even just the way he would sleep. I was like, oh God, I'm just so annoyed I have to get out of this relationship.
But it's only the little things when you're not dating with purpose. If you're not dating with purpose, you don't like the person.
I was with this guy for 4.5 years, right? And he wanted to marry me. And I just, when we first got into our relationship, I was in love with him. I was in love with him for years, for about 3 years into our relationship. But after that, I just started getting turned off by him. It was little things it's petty things, but I was
That's
just starting to get
part.
turned off. I was like,
because at the end of the day, there's a level to which women are going to annoy men and men are going to annoy women because we're different. For example, in my house, there's no shoes on in the house, right? You got some Chinese mom, you know what's up. But every now and then I might go to the car and forget something, and then I look around is she alert? Can she hear me? I try to tiptoe and grab something, and if she busts me, it's like you. And I know it's going to get her mad, but I'm a guy, and guys, sometimes we just try to slide and do things we know are wrong. But she accepts that I'm going to do something goofy. You take a shower. I don't know about you guys. Do you squeegee off
Yes.
Yeah. She squeegees the damn thing every time, and I'm just sometimes I'm in a rush. Damn. And I just squeegee real fast. It's that's going to make her mad every single time, which is amazing to me because I don't care at all. And then there's some things that women do, tell long stories that have no point at all, and they think it's important. I'm like, wow, you're it's please stop talking. But we deal with both of us because it's the difference between male and female,
right?
And I feel like you're nah.
I think that I haven't met the right person. And again, if I'm madly in love with somebody, I can look past all those little things. I feel also if I'm madly in love with somebody, stupid things like that won't bother me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's not what...
It's different. I haven't met the right person.
Well, that's the concerning part, and that's why I feel like women are not trained well today, because madly in love never lasts.
Right.
You don't sustain 40 years of marriage on madly in love.
Well, in love,
Is that real?
I don't even...
madly in love for 40 years, 50 years? Does it go like that?
I don't think so. I think you start to hate your partner after 5.
Dang, hate though?
Yeah, I think. No, okay. Hate's a strong word. Hate's a strong word. But I feel like the madly in love, it's there. But after a couple of years, you're like, oh, you give me the ick about this, give me the ick about that. A little bit of it. You still love the person, but you're not. It's not like when you first got together and you were like, oh my God, the passion, right?
But then I don't think it's you're not in love then. You have
love.
You're
still in love.
Right.
You're still in
Yeah,
love.
I agree with everything you're
and
saying.
it doesn't have to be madly in love, intense love the whole time. It's it's just not the right person.
Yeah,
for me.
exactly.